to create workflows within HubSpot. So first of all, just hover over to automations and then just click workflows. Now, what is a workflow? So this is probably one of HubSpot's best tools and features. Workflows will just run automations in the background, allowing you to send tasks or update properties, a whole bunch of things. So let's go over how to create a workflow. So all you have to do is hover over to the right, click Create Workflow. You can then choose whether or not you want to create it from scratch or from a template. Now, if you look over at the templates, you can get a really good idea of how the workflows work. So let's say, for example, I wanted to see something like create and assign tasks when a new deal is created. That seems like a useful workflow. Just click Use Template, and then you'll see exactly how a workflow would work, or this workflow particularly. So it works off a trigger. A deal is created and known, and then it's going to set a task. It's going to then delay an event, and then it's going to set an if-then branch based on a whole bunch of criteria. Now, I'm not going to go too much into it. There really is a lot you can do with workflows, but let's just show you how to create a workflow from scratch. So just click over here. Once again, create workflow, click from scratch. Here you're going to have to choose on which object you want the workflow to affect. So contact-based, company-based, deal-based. Within this as well, you can also choose whether or not you want to set it up, to be a recurring trigger based off a schedule, based on a specific date, based on a contact date property. But for now, let's just choose blank workflow. Once again, you really have to play around with this a lot to get the hang of it, but I'll just show you how to set up a basic workflow. So the first thing you're going to need to do is, let's just choose a name. Let's just call it update contact property. And then what we're going to want to do is just set up a trigger. So obviously you'll have an idea of what type of workflow you want to create before, but for now, let's just say we want to create a workflow that when the buying role is any of, let's just say, end user or decision maker, apply filter. Then we're going to want to set a certain trigger where we're going to maybe say, let's set a property, right? Set a property value. Let's call this, life cycle stage. And we're going to set the life cycle stage as a sales qualified lead. So that way we know that, if at any point in time we mark off that the buying role of a contact is the end user or the decision maker, it's going to send that life cycle stage to sales qualified lead. Now you can create custom properties on this, and you can create workflows on custom properties. And there really is a large amount of things you can do. When you click this button over here, you'll see all the options of what you can do with the workflow. And you also can even connect certain apps. So there's integrations that can, have a workflow run on HubSpot and trigger to one of their integrated apps. So there really is a lot you can do on workflows. After that, we're just going to click review and publish, and it's then going to go ahead and create a list of all the contacts that this workflow would trigger. Now you can enroll these, you can choose not to enroll these. You can also change the criteria, whether or not you want the workflow to be able to work multiple times on the same contact. These are all the things you can do with a workflow. Really a lot you can do. So that's about it for the basics. Let me know if you have any questions, and see you again soon.